Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawia Matope. Today I'm just going to talk to you about the few roles that social workers in England could actually occupy or do uh, when they've qualified as a social worker. This might be helpful for somebody who is currently considering, entering this profession, or somebody who is already studying to be a social worker, or somebody who is qualified and would need to know what it is that they can do with their qualification. Right. So, as you know, social workers do possess quite a range of skills, knowledge, and you know, you know, they do possess quite a range of skills and knowledge that they can actually utilize when it comes to working with children and families, or when it comes to working with the general public. Yeah, and these skills and knowledge can be applied in various settings, really. And so today I'm going to talk to you about the few examples of jobs that qualified social workers can do. First and foremost, social workers can also work in the military or in the uniformed services or uniformed forces. That includes the army, the prisons, in the police, or any of those settings, where social workers can also utilize their skills, either as welfare workers or as assessment workers. There's also child protection social workers who are working in local authorities or including in adult social care in most local authorities as well. Some also do work in child protection agencies or child assessment agencies, including fostering agencies as well. There are social workers who are working in those kind of settings. These social workers, obviously, like myself, we are there to ensure that children's needs are met and their rights are upheld, and their well-being is also upheld. Secondly, social workers can also work as mental health social workers in mental health settings, such as hospitals, community health care centers, and in these settings, social workers will be providing, assessment, providing therapy, and support to people with, significant mental health issues as well. The third or the fourth span would be for substance abuse counselors. Social workers can also work as substance abuse counselors in rehab centers, providing support and counseling to individuals who are struggling with addiction. It might be addiction with drugs, addiction with alcohol, gambling, all sorts of addictions. Even addiction to pornography. Addictions can vary from the left end to the right end as well. Right. Social workers can also work as medical social workers in a hospital, where or in even other medical settings, where social workers can also be employed in helping patients and their families to cope with the social and emotional challenges of having some health conditions that they might be having as well, or it might be illness or it might be an injury. And then the fifth one is school social workers. You find that in most local authorities now in England and Wales, they are trying to have social workers based in schools who can support, children with behavioral issues, children who are also having challenging home conditions or challenging home environments where they may need support of a social worker to make sure that those situations do improve as well. Some students might be having some emotional challenges, mental health issues as well. So social workers in those settings, they are there to support, these students with those challenges as well. Um, Social workers also do work in hospice as well as in hospice as well as in palliative care settings for people diagnosed with debilitating or long or life limiting illnesses. So you'll find that social workers can also be in those settings, providing emotional and practical support to the patients, not only to the patients but also to their families, to make sure that during their end of life term or end of life care is as most comfortable as it can be. And you will also find social workers in domestic violence abuse settings, or in those agencies that do provide domestic abuse support services as well. You will find social workers there, possibly working as counselors or working as support workers, and possibly being advocates for the victims of domestic abuse and domestic violence. Then you have social workers working in charities, in community outreach, or community development agencies, including international organizations like Save the Children, United Nations. You'll have social workers working in such organizations like Oxfam. There are many other many other agencies or organizations that are providing support services or services to communities which do employ social workers. Yeah. So with those, I hope somebody has found this video helpful. Please subscribe to the channel. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that like button so that when I post, you'll be the first one to know and you'll be able to share with your friends and family. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.